My name is Sonia, and I'm a lifestyle blogger of LessHustleMoreCoffee.com. I'm married to this guy, George, who's a great cook and a great guitar player. We live in Mount Juliet, Tennessee, and we have a cat named Little Bit, who's a little bit sweet and a little bit of a troublemaker. You never know what we're going to get into, but you know what? Life is good, and it's all about what you make it. At the end of the day, it's all about finding a life you love to live. So let's go. Hello everyone, and welcome to the channel. Just wanted to hop on here and talk about October. It is October and I am so over the moon excited about it. Once October hits, there's several things that I do that really help me to be organized for the rest of the year. So I thought I'd share those with you today. Hopefully these will help you too. The first thing I do is get that calendar ordered for the next year. Now, I ordered an appointment book. Different people need different styles of planners, and for me, I need an appointment book. I've got my appointments, Mom's appointments, mine and George's appointments, events, things that we're trying to do. I don't really use a planner to put all of my to-do lists in anymore, and that is a video all on its own that I could do. But I go ahead and get that calendar done because you know what? You're gonna need it. It's kind of fun picking it out. There's just all kinds of pretty designs out there, and you can get them on Amazon really easily within a couple of days. I go ahead and get out the fall decorations. I actually put mine out in September, but if you live in South Florida, you may not put yours out till November. Also, I enjoy putting it out on the mantle and doing the decorations in our kitchen and in the areas that we spend most of our time. I usually don't put it in the bedrooms or anything like that because we just don't spend as much time in those rooms, and it really saves time. You just put it really where you need it. We start thinking about things that we want to do right now this month, like fixing chili, having hot dogs. Some people like to watch football, you know. Another thing, I go ahead and do a bucket list. That's one thing that we do in our family, and I make my bucket list from now through the end of the year, and then I'll start a new bucket list for January going into spring. And actually I'm already starting to work on that. For this one, I go ahead and put on the bucket list anything that we want to do, holiday plans, having a family Christmas, going and shopping local, having chili, fixing hot dogs. Maybe you want to eat by the fire pit or fix s'mores or have hot chocolate. Anything that you would be doing from now to the end of the year, it's kind of fun to put on a bucket list and have a little check mark on a poster board and just have it in a special place in your house with the Sharpie that you can just check off as you accomplish it. So we put goals on ours. We put restaurants we want to go to, recipes that we want to fix, places that we want to go, day excursions that we want to do, projects, even weight loss goals. It's up to you. You make your own, but it's kind of fun to do a fall bucket list. So if you want to do that, go ahead and do that now. And we've really enjoyed that. It's just something fun, but it's also a reminder to get on those things you really wanted to do right now and through this season. Another thing that is really good to do is to go ahead and think about the holidays. The Thanksgiving meal, the Christmas meal, the food end of it. Go ahead and buy your ingredients, especially for your canned goods, maybe some dry goods and things like that, your non-perishable things. It's a little harder these days to get the ingredients you need for certain things. Go ahead and plan your meals, get your recipes in your head, but just kind of pull some thoughts together in your head and go ahead and be working on getting those things on your grocery lists and in your house so you have less to worry about later and you can focus on family a little bit more during that time. Everything seems to happen so fast after Halloween. So these are just some tips to kind of help you move forward smoothly and transition through the holidays. Also start thinking about, if you're traveling during the holidays, it's time to start thinking about your airline tickets if you haven't already, hotel reservations, dog boarding, getting your oil changed in the car if you're going to drive, or get that rental car booked, hotel reservations, arrangements with family or friends, or go ahead and get those things done because time passes by quickly and it's going to be here before you know it. And the more you plan ahead and the more you can get done now, the more you can actually enjoy the whole season. Hopefully you've also thought about finances for all these things. Probably the time for that would have been way earlier in the year. But this time of year, we end up spending outside of our budget quite a bit. So that said, for me, I've kind of started hanging back a little bit on my spending. For me, George is going to laugh when he sees this. Maybe not go out to eat as much or just kind of rein it in a little bit because you're going to be spending so much more. So start thinking about those finances. Think ahead, plan ahead, and make it a little easier on yourself. Also, working on that Christmas card list, getting your Christmas cards in. Some people like to take family photos in the fall and then use those for their Christmas card pictures. If you do that, now is the time to get those taken and ordered through those websites that you use so you can get your cards in on time. I do my Christmas cards during the Thanksgiving holidays. That has always worked best in my life, and so I always have pins, addresses, the cards, the envelopes, and George is my mail guy, so he gets the stamps. We have that ready to go, and I will have them ready to go pretty much the first week in December. While we're talking about the holidays, let's talk about Christmas shopping lists. George and I, once October hits, we go ahead and start making a list. I have a little notebook that I keep in my purse, and each person has a page. And if it's a person that's going to be spending the night with us or here on Christmas morning, they will get a stocking too. So on the back page, I have their stocking list. So we go ahead and start writing down any ideas we have for those people. We have a grandson that is turning 2 in January. So there's things we couldn't get him last year. So there's a lot of things we're going to get him this year. And we've already started thinking about next year. Because you know what? We went to the toy store early. We have a special toy store here in town, or actually in a couple of towns over, that we like to go to. And it's called Phillips Toy Mart. And it's in the West End area of Nashville, Tennessee. So George and I have already made a trek over to see all the different toys. Ahead of the game, it's always good to get ahead of the game. So we came home with a lot of stuff for several people, actually, including myself. I bought a Rubik's Cube keychain. I had one in high school, and I gave it to George to put in my stocking. So go ahead and plan those little shopping excursions and make a fun Saturday out of it, or a fun evening. And just go ahead and get some of those things marked off the list and get ahead of the game. Well, those are mainly the things that I think of when fall gets here to go ahead and plan ahead. I do go ahead and work in the house some and try to get organized. Go ahead and get out my fall clothes. Those are the things that I do to get ready for the next 3 months ahead. And I hope you've been able to get some ideas from this, or just to get started moving and planning. And I hope your last quarter of the year is the best one you've ever had. Make it happen. Enjoy your days, enjoy your life, enjoy your family. And if you're like us, you're going to enjoy good food too. We're already working on all those winter recipes that we want to fix here in the house. So, happy holidays in advance. From Less Hustle, More Coffee. Go ahead and subscribe if you want to see more of these videos. Give me a thumbs up and a comment. All of those things really help the channel, and I really appreciate you all being here. Thanks so much for watching. Alright, so here's a real-time update for George and Sonia in our September and October time period. We've had an anniversary of 31 years, and we drove through Belmead on our way to Green Hills and Phillips Toy Mart that I mentioned earlier. You can see all of these fabulous houses. We had such a great day, and I'm going to share that with you now. We started our day at the Crow's Nest in Green Hills for some barbecue nachos. It's a little sports bar. And then we hit some shops in the Green Hills area. I loved those candles. So many cute and different things in all these different shops. And look who we found. Some cute little doggies out shopping. We ended up strolling down to Whole Foods. We love shopping at Whole Foods. George ran into a coworker, and upon realizing it was our anniversary, she gave us flowers, and that was so kind. They also gave us flowers at Trader Joe's when they heard it was our anniversary. I can't believe it. 2 bouquets of flowers in one day. Wow. You know me and my afternoon coffee, so we had to stop in Starbucks, and we found a new type of Guatemalan coffee that I really liked. Our dinner reservations were waiting for us at Char in the Green Hills area of Nashville, Tennessee. We had a couple of cocktails before we sat down to our table for dinner. And then we opened our anniversary cards, and can you believe we got each other the same one? Our dinner was fabulous, and we enjoyed every little morsel of food that we ate. It was a wonderful anniversary, 31 years, and I'm so grateful. When we got home, we spread out our grocery haul and looked at all the different specialty items that we brought home. And we might have stopped at the liquor store. Somebody bought some pasta. That might have been me. Now, recently we went to some friends' house and spent the day with them. And for lunch, George and I created a board. And this one had lots of seafood, salmon, cheeses. George wanted to make sure that I videoed this for you all. So here you go. We had a lot of fun making it, and we had a lot of fun eating it with our friends. My friend Lisa's tables are always festive and spectacular, and so was her dessert. She even made some treats for the doggies. And our friend Don, well, he's just a master at the grill. He can make a mean smoking drink too. Thank you. We good? What does it taste like?
It's like a smoky gin Manhattan.
Okay.
Not yours. Don's Manhattan.
Okay. A Kolsch and a steak bone, anybody? Once again, our dinner table decorations were just fabulous. Look at this. I love eating off of these plates. Our friend Standard Poodle Reese had to join in the fun just for a little while. You guessed it, dinner was fabulous. Oh yeah. And then, of course, we had a little afternoon spicy fall drink. Because that's how we roll. And now I'm going to leave you with some peaceful scenes from our own backyard with the deer and some music. Happy fall, everybody.